Live, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Featherstone here on the Pancakes and Powerslams show. It is great to have everyone here once again. This is going to be very fun. Who's it going to be? Who's number 30? Got people jumping on already as everybody share this. This episode 407, ladies and gentlemen, Pancakes and Power Slam show. I am sharing now as everybody else do. We getting people jumping on here right now. Very excited about this episode. I got one of my favorite guests on. As many times as he's been on the show, this is his first video appearance. The man behind the mask. I'm very excited about this person on the show. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring him on. My guy, good friend of mine, Marty Elias. How are you tonight, sir?
There he is, Marty Elias, 2020. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fantastic, man. Everything is awesome, man. Everything is absolutely awesome. So
yeah, man. Life is good, man. Life is good, dude.
Life is good. Yes, I agree, man. What's new in your life, my friend?
Well, actually got back on social media right before Thanksgiving, and of course I'll plug that first on Instagram at Marty. It's at Marty Elias, but there's a way to do it at Marty_Elias_1.
There it is.
So that's me. Right. That's the only thing official that I have. So no, man, I just back in the wrestling game, so to speak. I have been coming out and reaching out to people and getting back on that wrestling cycle again, man, and seeing where the next chapter in Marty Elias professional wrestling goes. But for the time being, while I was gone, so to speak, I went out and did a lot of music stuff.
Okay.
And matter of fact, I was out on tour with Fozzy this past September.
All right.
And I did all the Fozzy merchandise and stuff out on that run that we did when we opened up for Iron Maiden here in LA.
Okay.
Which at Bank of California Stadium, which was an amazing thing to do.
Rolling with Jericho, huh?
Rolling with my boy. Love you, Chris.
One of the greatest of all time, man, for sure. He's
No. He is the greatest of all time, dude. With what that guy does and with who he is and the different avenues and things that he touches, man. He's just not limited to wrestling, and that's what he's taught me, man. And that's what I've been able to go out and do is not depend on professional wrestling, man, and go out and make a living doing something else. And I can do that because I'm allowed to do that. I'm not pigeonholed in that. And that's the cool thing about Chris, man. He's not pigeonholed to pro wrestling.
That's true.
And neither is Marty Elias.
That's true. Nice. He is actually in my top 5 of all time. Number 1 is Sting. So yeah, he is my all-time favorite.
Okay. So let me ask you this: blonde hair Sting or the Crow Sting?
If I had to choose one, it would be Crow. It would be Crow. I think the Crow Sting was just absolutely revolutionary. It was just, I mean, the greatest transformation I've ever could imagine in a wrestler ever. I mean, just I can't even, like, Undertaker did a good job doing ABA Taker and going back to Dead Man, but that pales in comparison to me to just, the thing is, he's still not ABA Taker. He went back to his original. Sting, he went from the crew cut surfer Sting to like a hybrid Sting with like darker, longer hair, and then the Crow gimmick just really set him apart as far as just his gimmick. And the thing is, he's one of, still to this day, him, Hogan, and Savage, I believe, are 3 of the top cosplay wrestlers ever. People like the Sting thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People big on Savage too. So yeah, yeah, man. So you never got a chance to work with Sting, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I mean I've met Steve numerous times and stuff, but I never got the opportunity to actually be in the ring with him and stuff. I mean, I did do a TNA tryout. God, back when they first started running, when he first got there, I did a tryout and
Oh, really?
I met him, and yeah, there's a lot of things I'm telling people now. But yeah, man, I was and it was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that was it.
Good stuff, man. But you surely work with Chris Jericho. One of the matches was against Shawn Michaels, right? Then you do the unsanctioned match between Jericho and Michaels. Then you get super kicked by Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I actually was with those guys for a lot of that angle, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, it was knowing Shawn and knowing Chris, and Chris is the one who actually approached me about that. So
nice.
I got to be the referee for that, because they wanted somebody who was going to be there, so to speak, and to help tell that story. When those guys are amazing storytellers, man.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, Unsanctioned, and then what other one? Oh, did the Great American Bash with all the blood and stuff.
Yeah.
When free stoppage, that match is the reason why WWE doesn't do blood to this day, is because of that match.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. They actually went over to the PG type of feel with no blood because of that match. Yeah. Started to get the money rolling, and
sponsorships.
Yep, sponsorships, and people saying, I don't like this gory stuff. So yeah. So we're getting some questions in. Hashtag Ask Marty. Let's talk some random Royal Rumble backstage stuff real quick before we get these questions in, man. So which Royal Rumbles did you do all together?
I did 2007 in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
I did 2008 at the Garden in New York City, baby. Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
so hold on. Let me do my trivia. 2007 was okay. So 2008 was when. Ooh.
I got a story for that too. I know what you're thinking.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the winners because I knew all the winners and the runner-ups. That was like I love trivia. I knew all the winners and the runner-ups.
Like that was your Royal Rumble thing, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I think the 2007. Okay, MSG was when Cena came back, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that was he was supposed to be gone for a while, and he came back after like 3 months, right? Yeah. 2007 was Taker.
That was San Antonio.
Beat Michaels.
Yeah, because that's when Taker faced, was it Edge or Batista at WrestleMania that year?
I think that was so it was 2007. So that was 13 years ago. That would have been 23. So 23 was Edge.
Yeah, because it was Taker and Batista.
And 24 was Edge. Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, Detroit.
And in 25, of course, we all know that was Michaels.
Yeah, that was you ref that. Yeah. 26 was too. Yeah. Well, you didn't do 26, but you did 25 though. So, but I
would have done it had I been there.
Yeah, that's true. I still think 25 was better.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. 25.
But I agree with you.
Is better, and I think 25 was one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. That match was one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, and it wouldn't be what it was without this guy being the NWO third man in the ring. Absolutely. So let's go to 2007 Royal Rumble, man. So that was Taker beating Michaels, and you ref that. Did you ref the actual match or particular matches on there? Let me look back and see.
No, I got the Rumble match, because they did have a singles match. It was Cena versus Umaga,
Okay.
2007, and then they had some other matches. But I was a part of the Rumble, the actual Rumble. I know it was me and Charles Robinson and Jimmy Corderas were the guys who were out there, and Cena. And here's a little tidbit for Royal Rumble. If you guys go back and you guys watch that particular Royal Rumble, if you watch during the Cena match, like I want to say about 5 minutes towards the finish, where Cena takes off the turnbuckle and the rope and stuff, and he's choking Umaga. Umaga actually passed out.
Did he?
He was out. Lights out for 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. Cena choked him out. If you go back and you look at that, you'll see that he got choked out, and that was a shoot.
Wow.
That means it was real.
Yes. So Cena choking out Umaga was an accident, right? Like it happened
accident.
for real, but it
pure
was
accident. Pure accident. Yeah. Like that wasn't the finish at all. But being Eki, God bless him, and Cena being the pros that they are, and the reason why those guys were in that position, they recovered and nobody knew.
Yeah.
But if you were on the inside and you knew and you watched the match and stuff, and of course us knowing, he was out.
How do you recover? How do you improvise something like that? That wasn't a part of the plan, for one, and for two, he was legit passed out.
Well, there's many things, but if there's an unsanctioned match, anything goes. If there's no disqualification, anything goes there. Anything. But if it's a legitimate match and somebody passes out like that, or somebody gets knocked kooky, I mean, back when I was working for WWE. And even to what I do to this day is, I'll just sit with the individual and I'll push the other guy off, give him a little bit of time, have him push him to the outside, get a long count going, have the guy break it up, go check on him, go back in, count, break it up. A lot of Gaga and Shakespeare, man. So until the guy is okay, then we go, and then I would let Cena know or somebody, but that's pretty much how the magic works, man. And in situations like that, just going off the top of my head, because I've done it for a lot of years now, that it's all natural, man.
Yeah. Now let's go to the 2007 Royal Rumble that you ref. So how does that work as far as the orders? So is there? I know there's producers, there's agents or producers for each match. Now, who was the producer for the Royal Rumble match that year?
Normally, it would be Pat Patterson, Michael Hayes, Arn Anderson guys. Guys at that level.
Yep.
Like those were always the three agents that I remember, or I shouldn't say agents. I mean producers.
Now, when they kind of put the match together, do they put together as far as just high spots, or do they control like every single elimination? How does that go? And as far as the Royal Rumble is concerned, so of course the winner, and do they produce like particular major spots, like we had the Hogan Warrior stare down and things like that, and how do they do that?
Yeah, everything and anything that is being discussed, is brought up, and those different scenarios are established throughout the Royal Rumble and stuff, So as far as order and things of that nature, I know that a lot of times you're given a certain thing, but again, if somebody gets hurt, somebody gets blown up, or somebody sees something, or somebody just wants to get out, then things will change, and that's happened numerous times in Royal Rumbles, or battle royals, where you have a specific order, or somebody's supposed to be, and it changes, and that guy was supposed to go out this way, that guy, and it just, battle royals, Royal Rumbles are a lot of fun, and for the most part, when they're being put together, it's more of a let's have a good time, but at the same time, I will say that's probably the match, where you got to be the safest, because there's so many moving parts and so many bodies, and so many people, doing that. So it's funny, because when there's been times where I've seen battle royals and things at an indie level or an indie show or something, and I'll see guys and taking spots and bumps and all this stuff when you got like 15 guys around you. And I'm going like, yeah, let them learn.
That's a good point. Yeah. So,
let them learn.
yeah, it's very interesting. So, okay, so it was planned for Michaels and Taker to be the final two. Now, was it always in the plan for them to be the final two to set up 25? Was that a part of the plan? Was there a reason why they were final two that year?
No, I mean, it was just, to get a reaction.
Okay.
And mind you, Taker and Shawn hadn't been in a match since what, 98?
Yeah, it's been.
It was the last time that they had even touched each other. So for them to have that moment, a la Hogan Warrior, of course, it started spinning the wheels for whatever was to come. And a lot of time, and you got to give creative booking and the people who are writing that stuff credit, because in Royal Rumbles you need those kind of moments. And I really think those types of moments are lost now, but you need those moments. And at the time, you had two of the biggest stars ever. I mean, face off for the first time since 1998, and we all know the history because we're all wrestling marks and fans or whatever you want to call us, but we know the history. So guess what? You plant a seed for something.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Very
and
interesting.
That's how storytelling's done.
Yeah, absolutely. And they both were Texas
That's
guys.
my perspective. That's my perspective, and that's the way that I would have done it.
Yes. Now I think it's very interesting. It's definitely seemed like the reaction, because they're both, I mean, it was in San Antonio, they're both Texas guys, so they're both, home state guys. So I think it was a perfect setup. I think it was one of those things that it really made sense. And I think it did, kind of spark something, with the Taker, Michaels feud, which ended up becoming one of the best feuds of in the next couple of years. So I think it was very interesting that how that was done. Now so Patterson and Michael Hayes and the people that you said, do they have a particular rhyme or reason of why they choose like the final two, or is that just, of course they know who's going to win, but I'm interested to see. I'm interested to know as far as your knowledge of why the runner-up becomes chosen to be the runner-up.
No, with stuff that I've seen and been blessed to be a part of, it always has to do with storyline.
Okay.
Always has to do with storyline. And when you see stuff like that happen with those finishes or the runner-up guy, in the sense, it all boils down to storyline. And at the end of the day, we all know Vince McMahon has the final say in WWE, and especially for Royal Rumbles, WrestleManias, things of that nature. So the final call is Vince, and Vince is the guy making those decisions of the guys that he's pushing and the company's behind, and what they're doing. But with everything that happens on WWE television, or even AEW now, or NXT, or whomever else is out there, it's all about storyline. And if the fans follow the storylines and they see the storylines week in, week out, and then a big pay-per-view comes and you got a big moment, that's what those pay-per-views are for, those big moments.
Yeah.
So that's what you do.
And I've noticed a lot of the runner-ups actually get world title shots themselves. Like Roman Reigns was a runner-up, had a world title shot. Chris Jericho, when Sheamus won, he ended up getting a title shot against CM Punk. So there's a lot of times where the runner-ups get that world, that other title shot or that big title shot, except for like 2011 when like Santino Marella was the runner-up, with Del Rio when he won. I was marking out for Santino, but unfortunately, it was just that was the only 40-man Royal Rumble. And what are your thoughts on that? Just a 40-man Royal Rumble and how that ended up turning about with Del Rio the winner and Santino the runner-up.
I'm old school, man. I'll stick with 30 men all day long, man.
Yeah, me too.
And again, I mean, to me, battle royals can be anywhere between 15 to 30. 30 is max, and that's just my humble opinion. But But as far as the 40 and why things are done for why they're done, who knows?
Yeah. Let's talk about 28 before we get into those questions. You said you had an interesting story about 28, the Royal Rumble 2018, 2008, the 2008 Royal Rumble, the one that Cena came back and won.
Yeah, well, just a little story, man. And I love telling stories. You know that, man.
Yep.
When I write stories, and
Yep.
I just love to write. But when we got the news, that Cena was coming back, it was myself, Michael Hayes, Pat Patterson, and I believe it was Jimmy Corderas, because Corderas and I were. So everybody else was told to leave. We were the only guys who were told to stay, and we knew something was going down. We didn't know what. But earlier in the day, I remember I had been texting with Cena because he was in Florida and he was rehabbing and stuff, and I had been texting with him all day. And in one of his text messages, he mentioned something about a nice pepperoni pizza on the corner, and I went, how would he know that pepperoni pizza is on the corner? He must have been in New York somewhere. So I left it the way it was. So then when we get pulled into this meeting, we're told, hey, it's going to be Cena. He's coming back, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. So,
little Freudian slip by Cena there.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, he's here.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to tell me, but not tell me.
Yeah.
So, we're doing the match and stuff. And then all day long, Cena was nowhere to be found. So when they finally got him, they had like a bag or like a hood just put over him. I mean, all black. I mean, it was like dragging. You couldn't tell who it was, but he had somebody escorting him and stuff. And he was placed in a position near Gorilla because it was cool, because during that Rumble is when they had that short entrance,
Yep.
The old Madison Square Garden entrance, which was rad to do. So he was literally there. And so when it came time to have him come out, man, boom, that place exploded. It was cool because that's when social media was like in its infancy and people were kind of getting smart to stuff, and nobody knew about that, man. And it was a big surprise, and that was cool. And during the celebration, when I'm raising his hand and stuff and everything, he turns and he grabs me and he tries to hug me. And when he's trying to hug me, he goes, "We're a long way from California, kid." That's what he told me. So it was a cool moment.
Interestingly, he's calling you the kid, and you're much older than he is. So,
of course, he was a champ, dude. Hey.
Yeah, he was the kid, but yeah, he's the champ. He was the guy, the top guy. So,
of course.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into some questions. Some really good questions I see here. Let's start with all right, so let's see. All right, so take us back. Cole is asking, take us back. Would you take us back to SummerSlam 06, Orton versus Hulk?
That was amazing to be a part of that. And the reason why it was amazing, because about 10, 15 years earlier, maybe 20 years earlier, I would take my brothers to pizza places to go watch the pay-per-views. And Hogan was the guy, Hulkamania was running wild and things of that nature, and the music, and everybody was, eating their vitamins and everything else. And to be in that ring in Boston when his music hit, and to somehow through space travel and time go back, 15 years and stuff, and the music is playing in that pizza parlor, and here you are right there in the moment, the music's blaring, the crowd, the energy, everything else.
Yep.
That's a very surreal moment.
Yeah,
and it got me choked up, and I couldn't believe that I was actually waiting for Hulk Hogan to come down and do the the deal.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling, man. That right there to me just proved that no matter who you are, what walk of life you come from, what you do, who you know, what you do, if you believe in yourself, you got a heart, you got a good work ethic, you're a good human being, then those types of things happen to you.
Amen.
Firm believer.
Amen. He also is asking, how did a referee seminar go, and will it happen again?
Referee seminar, I'm actually out and about talking to people about booking a lot more referee seminars. And I like to say, that I'm actually getting booked myself and, come out there and show the kids how it's done.
Yeah. You going to be around Tampa in a few months?
I don't know. There's a rumor that I was moving to Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh. Okay, we'll just leave that as that. All right. Let's see. Elvis is asking, what would you do if the Undertaker is number 2 in this year's Royal Rumble? Plus, who is going to win the Super Bowl?
Taker being number 2. Taker number 2 at
the Royal Rumble.
As far as entrance.
Yeah,
entering the Royal
entrance.
Rumble.
Yeah.
My money would say he's probably going to be 25 or 30.
Okay. Yeah, that would be an interesting surprise there.
And as far as the Super Bowl, I would love to see somebody other than New England win it.
Well, my boys beat New England to get into the playoffs. I'm a big Titans fan, so we beat New England.
Congrats.
2 weeks ago, and last weekend we beat Baltimore. So I was very, very happy about that. So we got the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and Packs and the Niners over in the NFC. Now we'll see how it goes, man. So let's see. All right, what does powder mean, and can you take us back to that moment at New Year's Revolution 07 with Triple H?
Powder means when somebody leaves the ring. For example, if somebody's getting back into the corner, they'll take a powder, and that means that they're leaving the ring. They're going to the outside. So that's a powder. When Hunter got hurt, it was a very surreal moment. And mind you, you're going to hear me say that word surreal, because when you're in that moment and when you look back and you say, wow, man, that was a big point in history, or, you were a part of a huge pay-per-view with a big conglomerate company. I mean, these aren't little things, man. You just go back and, you don't realize the scope of these things when you're in that moment until you get out of the moment.
Yep.
To be there for that and to be there in a situation where something very bad happened, and to be there to learn. And what I mean by that is I had Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Edge in that match.
Mm-hmm.
And when that thing went south, the generals took over. And they communicated, they were clear, they didn't panic, they protected Hunter, and that was it. That's all everybody knew. Everybody knew he was hurt, but nobody knew the original finish. Nobody knew what was supposed to happen. But to have those guys there teach me on the fly like that just made me a better referee.
Nice.
And I learned how to do it the right way.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
There you go.
Who was the best rib guy in each promotion that you worked, and what was your all-time funniest rib job to witness? That's a good question, Cole.
Oh, God. The biggest rib guy? Whew. God, man, I don't want to give anybody up, man. But there was quite a few. There was quite a few guys, and, I partook in some ribs myself. But actually, the funniest and biggest rib that I was ever a part of happened to me. It was overseas. And long story short, I was stripped naked and I was thrown out into a snowy hotel parking lot. So we'll leave it at that.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Of course, Of course, we're clamoring at who was it, but I'm sure you probably won't share that. So let's get into Brian's asking, have you ever had someone get injured in a match you ref to where you had to hurry the match to the end?
Yeah, there's been several, but as far as hurrying the match, you don't hurry the match. If anything, you count 1, 2, 3. I mean, or you ring a bell, or you do something, or you just call it off. I mean, as far as hurrying it through, and come on, hurry up, get your, you can't do that, because you really don't know how serious the injury is. You don't know if the guy can continue. So there's no way that myself personally, that I'm going to take a chance like that and hurry the match and let these guys finish what they're going to do. If I feel that a guy is injured, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. I don't care if his shoulders are down or what. Yeah. I want that match over. I want this guy out of here. I want him to get checked, make sure he's okay. So yeah, I mean, you never want to hurry a match like that, especially when somebody's safety is in jeopardy. No,
that's right.
You don't do that.
That's right. In the same vein here, have you ever had to change the ending of a match on the fly?
All the time. I think I wrote about it with one of your columns. ECW Extreme Rules in New Orleans. It was Swagger, Christian, and Tommy Dreamer. And, Christian was a champion at the time. And I got told, as the three of the guys are coming in, that Tommy Dreamer was winning the title. So we had this whole match the whole day, and then as they come in, they switch it on me right there, and it's like, okay, let's do this. Wow. Remind you that was on pay-per-view. That happened.
Yeah.
So try doing that, kids.
Right. Can you think of it? Can you think of any more pay-per-view ones?
Pay-per-view finishes that changed. No, man, none to come to head. I know there was a lot of live event stuff that got changed, or people didn't kick out and they got counted 3. So, we had scenarios like that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Let's see. So, what are your thoughts of wrestling now and then?
Okay. So what do you consider then? Is it 10 years, 15 years?
Good point.
Because, so what do you consider then? For me, if you want me going back to when I first broke into the business, I think it's not even the same business. I mean, it's completely different. Back when I was breaking in and got brought into the business, there was still kayfabe. There was still Carney. There was still, it was believable, like all the secrets weren't revealed. And to a certain extent, the magic was still there. And to see what it is today, it's not the same business. And what I mean by that, it's not the same business inside the ring or outside the ring. So inside the ring, I mean, there's a lot of guys who do spots, and I personally call it Circus Soleil and flippity doodah. That's what I call it. But to me, wrestling was all about telling a story. Yeah. And when you did the flippity doodahs and you did the ladders and you did the stuff, that was like a special effect that you added in. It's no different than watching a John Wick movie where John Wick is fighting these guys and doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, a car explodes. Okay, boom, John Wick. So that's the example I'm trying to give real quick, but it's different. And when I see it today, it's like social media is what it is, and we need to use it to promote ourselves. It's a platform that we use. I get it. I know what it means today. Social media, from my point of view, and it's my humble opinion, is that back when I was doing stuff, when it was real, is you didn't have guys on social media threatening each other with the match and I'm going to beat you and this and that. And then after the match, post a photo, shaking hands, hugging, great match.
Right.
You just didn't do that.
I agree, man.
And that's the difference, man. And and here's the thing, I'm going to say it straight up, man. If people want to get pissed at me, I don't care. Guys aren't being trained the correct way today. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
They're not being taught the right way, man. There's a right way and wrong way to do this business. Just saying.
Yeah, I agree, man. It just gets back to you can't just totally kill kayfabe, man. I don't know. I'm just,
You can.
you know what I mean? I'm not an old guy, you know, but I'm old school. I've been watching wrestling since the mid 80s. And so but still, you know, even with, you know, 35 years almost of watching wrestling, it's just I'm still an old school guy, man. You just can't kill kayfabe, you know what I mean? Because the whole point is the whole point of wrestlers is that you're supposed to create a presentation that suspends disbelief. You know what I mean? Like that's the bread and butter of professional wrestling. So if you get rid of that, then you start doing a bunch of flippity moves that actually has very hurtful consequences that it's unfortunate. Now, you know, the injury bug is so prominent nowadays because people want to bring reality in wrestling by doing a bunch of flips and spots. But it's like, man, you get away from the heart of wrestling. It's just me as the viewer, I already know that there's a predetermined finish, that there's choreographed, they say moves in the ring, or they already discuss all the moves. I know all that. But I'm invested because of the story, the characters. Just like it would, I always say, wrestling is a comic book come to life. Just because just how I know that Marvel and DC, all the good guys always win at the end. That don't stop me from going to a Marvel or DC movie, knowing that the good guys the good guy is going to win in the end, regardless of what movie I go see. But I go see it because I want to know how they win in the end. You know what I mean? So that's the big part of it. Yeah. So. Yeah.
You know, I put wrestling and Star Wars together, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much the same concept, guys.
Yeah.
But now the Mandalorian. Whoo.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I've heard a lot about it. So
Mandalorian Mandalorian restored my faith into Star Wars. Put it that way.
Really? Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Very good stuff, man.
All right, a couple more for you, buddy. Let's do this one. What are your thoughts on the female referees?
Female referees. To be perfectly honest with you, I've only seen a couple of them referee, and the reason for that is that I don't watch much TV. I don't watch much television. I don't watch much wrestling of anything. You know, I mean, I think the last time I watched wrestling was probably an AEW episode when one of the referees botched the finish, and I had enough.
Yeah, I think that was I think that was Pac. Yeah, when they it was just a no count.
I'll just leave that there.
Yeah,
you'd have never got that from this guy. Anyway,
I'm with you, man. All right, last question for you. Sure. What wrestler was great at being a guest referee, and who would you want to see as a guest referee in your dream match? Good question, Alan.
Ooh, the guys who always really did very well, and I'm not saying this because I love them, was Shawn and Chris Jericho. They took it seriously, man. Yeah. They really did. Yeah. You know, they really asked questions and they cared about it because they knew that, you know, this, and it's funny because I've had guys like Rey Mysterio, I mean, just countless people, male and female performers, man, when they get stuck with a referee assignment, they're beside themselves. They go, man, how do you do this? Mm-hmm. This is hard. And I go, well, you know, try doing it for 3 matches and, you know, doing all the other stuff. And, you know, you only got 1 match to worry about. We got all 3 and we got different things to do. So, yeah, you know, they have a true respect for it and appreciate it and know that it's not an easy task. Not just anybody can do it. You just can't throw somebody in there in a striped T-shirt and expect them to make it when nobody's there to show them how to make it.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
Indeed. All right, I got one more for you, man. Is that cool?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, bring them, man. Bring them.
All right, cool.
Love it.
This is a good one here. Can you give us a random story that you don't get to tell much that you really like to talk about?
Is it music, TV, or wrestling?
I'd say wrestling. Give us some dirt, man.
Nah, dude, I'm really not about dirt, man. That's not my thing, man.
I know.
If I wanted to bury people, man.
No. I'm not saying. I know you, man. We're friends.
I know what you mean.
But I'm saying like something that's a story that someone might not know about that doesn't really like expose somebody, but just something.
No. You know what? One of the coolest times that I had was when me and Lance Cade and Shawn Michaels went to Shannon Moore's tattoo shop down in North Carolina, and we all got tattooed together. We all, were in booths right next to each other. So it was Shawn, I was in the middle, and Lance was over here, and we all got tattooed all at the same time when we were on the road as, a bonding, with the boys and stuff. So that's a story that a lot of people don't know, we had planned that out, for some time, and we finally got the opportunity to do it. We hit up Shannon Moore, and Shannon's like, come on down, guys. So we went down and tattooed us, and, it was something, I'll never forget. I mean, I got the tattoo, and when I see the tattoo, I have very fond memories of that, especially with Lance not being here anymore, and knowing, that was my boy, and, that all three of us, shared a tattoo together. So
wow,
that's a cool one.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I got a picture of one of your tattoo deals. So, hold on, let me bring something up for you. Let me bring something up for you and see.
I don't think a lot of people know what my latest tattoo is.
What is it?
It's the Fozzy logo, the Fozzy F.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah. I got it out on tour.
So that was really that was something new, huh?
Oh, it was such a great experience, man.
Nice. I'm trying to bring this up. There we go. When was this? What year was that?
Oh, wow. That was 2007. That's when me and Shawn and Lance and when we went to Shannon Moore's. Yeah, that's it. That was the day, man. Look at that guy. That guy looks horrible. I see stuff like that and just go like, why, Marty? Why?
Why do you think you looked horrible?
Dude, I look at myself and I go, man, I wasn't in great shape. I wasn't where I needed to be. And, I mean, of course I was living the dream. I was in WWE and stuff and everything, but I look back on that and I was like, man, you just had so much to learn, dude. Even though I was there, I mean, I still had so much to learn. And I wish me today could go back and talk to that guy and go like, look, dude,
Sure.
Just about life, just not even about wrestling, just about life.
Sure. Absolutely. All right. Who should be in the Hall of Fame?
Who should be in the Hall of Fame? Chris Jericho.
This year.
Oh, this year. Chris Jericho.
That's not going to happen when he's hanging out in Jacksonville. Sure.
No, here's the thing. I truly think, and I'm not saying this. Yes, I am. I'm saying this because I'm a referee. I truly believe that they should induct Tim White. Oh,
that's a good one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Because Timmy was involved with a lot of WWE history, especially with Andre and the stuff that he's seen. I mean, Timmy was there when Vince first started, man. I mean, Timmy was one of the original guys, man, like with Howard. So yes, I am saying it. There should be a referee wing there. And I think if they do decide to do a referee, and even regardless if it's not even a referee wing, is just to have Timmy White in the Hall of Fame, because that's a guy who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree, and they have like a legacy wing now when they have like
Yeah.
names where like they don't do like formal big ceremonies, but they're put like I think Luna Vachon was one of them that recently, like a year or two ago, that she was like in the legacy wing. I think that would be a good spot for him. You know, still in the Hall of Fame, but still, you know, but part of the legacy wing, still a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Timmy taught me a lot, man. Taught me a lot.
That's awesome.
About the business.
Yeah.
So,
last question. What match would you have liked to ref but didn't?
I got to ref the greatest match in WrestleMania history, so you don't look back on that.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Marty, it's been a pleasure, man. Plug yourself. Let us know what's new nowadays, and
okay. I just dropped my Pro Wrestling Tees store, so it's live and it's up and it's ready to go. It's wrestling based. It's not a Marty Elias referee. What I wanted to do is I wanted to do something for fans, because it is Pro Wrestling Tees / Marty Elias MM.
MN as in
MM Motley Mojo.
Okay.
MM.
Okay. Marty Elias MM.
So, yeah. So this is designed for the fans. I had my boy Pete Bregman do the artwork for me and stuff. Being that we're in an age of social media and such, we just launched a hashtag series. So it's a hashtag wrestling related. So we got hashtag gimmick, hashtag enhanced talent, you know, so we have all the hashtags for all the social media platforms. We have 4 different styles that are up there now, and go check it out, man. And you know, there they are right there. Hashtag gimmick, hashtag nuclear heat, hashtag over as F, and hashtag
enhancement talent.
Yeah, nice. Couldn't see that spot, but that's my store right there. Come check it out, man. You know, that's our first series. You know, we got a lot of other cool stuff that we have on the table, so go check it out. And like I said, I designed these for the wrestling fans, man. The wrestling fans are the ones who you know are the ones who mean the most, because if it wasn't for the fans, none of us would be able to do what we do. So got that going on. There's rumor that Glow's starting soon, so fingers crossed on that.
Nice.
So season 4 finals. Yeah, season 4.
Nice, man.
So you know, fingers crossed on that. I'm going to be at the NAMM show this weekend, the National Association of Musicians and Merchants, hanging out with Victory Amps and Orange Amps, and hanging out with my boy Jacob Stevie, who's the prodigy guitar player from America's Got Talent. On another side note, he and I have been writing some music together, so look out for that.
Wow, man.
So got some cool things coming. The Motley Crue tour is starting in June, so who knows?
All right, doing some big things, man. Doing some big.
So you know.
Wow.
And you know, AEW is out there. I sent my resumes to Christopher Daniels. You know, was invited to an NXT house show right before Christmas. It was great to be back home. So you just never know where the ball is going to land.
Wow, that would be fantastic, man. I'm sure that we'll see you soon. I'm sure that we'll see you sooner than later, man. So
absolutely.
ProWrestlingTees.com/Marty Elias MM. So go check my buddy out, man. Hey, man, it's great to talk to you again, man. It's long overdue.
Absolutely,
man.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled, dude. Thank you so much, and everybody. Thank you so much for the support, man. Big things are coming. Marty Elias is back in the wrestling world along with all the other worlds. So here I am. Remember, it's at Marty_Elias_1 on Instagram, and that's the only place you'll find me. And God bless, and thank you, everybody. I'm humbled. Great energy, but at the end of the day, be a great human being.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. All right, Marty Elias, my guy, man. A huge thank you to Marty Elias, man, for being a part of the show. Man, he's just he's been on the show a bunch of times, but first video, but it was really cool to talk to him again, man. It's been a while. We chat, he's very encouraging, man, and we can encourage each other and send each other text messages every now and then. Just a simple "how you doing," you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, man. Just simple "how you doing" texts go a long way, man. It really does. So God bless you, Marty, and talk to you soon, my brother. See ya. All right, man. Good stuff, everybody. Marty Elias, that was absolutely amazing. Appreciate you, Marty. And let's jump into this is gonna be fun, y'all. P&P Year End Awards, ladies and gentlemen. The P&P Year End Awards. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal with the P&P Year End Awards, and of course, I can't do the P&P Year End Awards without the co-host with the most, ladies and gentlemen, Evan Tech Proud. Hey yo, it's survey time. You were on you're live, pal. You know, doesn't look like you hear me though. You're live, pal. Yeah, he's trying to get on the air. So I'll bring him on when he's ready to rock and roll, man. Say hi to Evan Tech Proud. He for some reason he went off. I don't know, but he'll be back on the air here. So there he is. All right, you ready? You ready, Evan?
Can you hear me?
Yes. You good? I can hear you, man. Can you hear me?
All right. I can't hear you. Your face is frozen.
I'm frozen. Oh no. My face is frozen. I don't know why. My face isn't frozen to everybody else. I don't know why. Face is frozen. Let's try again.
All right.
Good?
You were moving.
Yeah, yes, I was moving. All right, cool, man. So let's get on these P&P Year End Awards, man. I'm ready. So P&P Nation, we need a P&P Nation here. We need a wrench mob in here, man. All the people who are up and ready for the P&P Year End Awards, jump on. Yes, everyone can hear you. Everyone can hear you. All right, so let's jump right into the P&P Year End Awards. Let's first of all, how you doing? Can you hear me, Evan? Are you there?
Everybody, sorry. I just see a frozen Chris face. So if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Sure. Why we can't hear you? I mean, we can hear you, and they can hear me and you.
Cool. I can't hear y'all, but y'all can hear me. So.
Oh no. Okay. Let's see how we're gonna make this work, man. Can't hear me. Let's try. Let's see. I don't know what's. Can you hear now? At all? No, nothing. I don't know, man. Don't know why you can't hear, buddy. Don't know why you can't hear. We can hear you. Yeah. You're live. Everyone can see and hear you. You're live, pal. Yeah. Now you just froze. I don't know, man. Not quite sure. I don't know. Maybe we can try Facebook. So maybe we can try Facebook. I'll do that. That's a good second. It's a good second choice there. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. Live, pal. We're live, pal. All right. So let's get these P&P Year End Awards together, man. Let's get these P&P Year End Awards. Let's bring on Evan Tech Prout first. Something's going on with his issues here. He's got an issue going on here. So we'll be right back. All right. Bringing you on here. Do me a favor and turn your phone the other way. Yes. But never. Nope. It's not working that way. That's cool. Just like that is fine. All right. Evan Tech Prout. Here we go. There we go. Now we can see you. Yeah, we can
live.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, everybody can hear you. All good, man. All good.
Apologize. I got a brand new phone. The Illuminati tried to attack me on my show. It's attacking everything I'm doing. They done attacked my Ravens. They attacked the last night. I ain't even get no notification about your show.
Go Titans. Go Titans.
Good old King Henry. Even though Patty Cake Mahomes, they gonna go to the Super Bowl. They probably gonna face the 49ers, but
nah, man. Hey, we beat Kansas City once. We can do it again, man.
We did. Y'all beat us, and
yep.
We'll be back next year.
Yep. Mo knew I was gonna say something about it. Baltimore guy.
I can't even see any of the comments for the show.
Yeah, if you hop on one of the one of my page, if you hop on my page, you'll be able to see it. Just be sure to mute the volume so I don't hear it twice. All right, cool.
I got some good. I told Chris everybody that I got a lot of stuff in the fuse box. That's what I call my basement. With being taxed. So I got a couple of things to show y'all guys throughout the episode.
Nice.
Thank y'all.
I dig it. Cool, man. Sounds good. So let's jump into the P&P Year End Awards. I see Mo. He's a part of Wrench Mob. He is on board. Cole's in the Wrench Mob. He's here. Cole's getting his T-shirt soon. He actually gave him the size today, so Cole gets his T-shirt. All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the P&P Years Awards. So again, finally, we were able to compile a list of categories that you chose. All right, you chose the categories, and you're going to choose the answers based on all of the P&P Nation listening and looking at my shows, all the fans of the show who's been around for a while. You guys pick the categories, and you're going to pick the answers. This is 100% P&P Nation P&P Year End Awards. So I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about you all choose, because whatever y'all choose, I have nothing to do with. I did not coerce anybody. So if someone has a worse interview or don't want to be asked again, that's not because of me. That's because of the P&P Nation. So that's the disclaimer. So let's start off with the best interview. The best interview. Who is the best interview? So what I'll do is I'll just say a bunch. I'll just bring up the ones. Here. And then I guess at the end of the day, the ones with the most the same answer is the winner. So what has been your best, and this is in 2019, vote for the best interview of 2019. You forgot her name, probably Raka Khan, Mo. So we got Eric Bischoff here. What else we got? Oh, you froze on me. Mo. I froze on me, Evan. You've got like a very interesting pose going on right now. Yeah, that's it. Raka Khan. Black Bart. Old Black Bart. Old Black Bart. Let me get him back on the phone. Let's see. All right. Is that? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? No? All right. Still can't hear us? Still got to do plan B? All right. No sound. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to do plan B again. All right. Old Black Bart. Let's bring him back on. Let's bring Evan back on. All right. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. You are all good, man. Good. All right. So Old Black Bart. We're doing the best interview right now. Old Black Bart. We got Eric Bischoff. We got Old Wrestler. That's very comical in my opinion. No, Marissa. So for those, first of all, everybody welcome Marissa to the show, the Pancakes and Powerslams show. Marissa is new, it looks like. So thank you for joining the P&P Nation, Marissa. This is actually the 407th episode, Marissa, of the Pancakes and Powerslams show. This April the 3rd, marks 8 years of the Pancakes and Powerslams show. We have an interview from former or current WWE, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor,
New Japan.
Yeah, New Japan. Like we've had it all on the show. NXT. So we have a wrestler interview every week. This week was former WWE ref and Lucha Underground ref Marty Elias. So that's what we do, Marissa. So welcome to the team. Welcome to the P&P Nation every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, I will. Everybody's giving you love, Marissa, on the P&P Nation.
You get to see your face.
Yes, we get to see your face. All right, so let's go back to the interview. So it looks like, based on, so Marissa, this is the last year's interviews that I've had. So you can actually Google the Pancakes of Powerslam show and see all the interviews. We had an interview every single week of the year last week. 52 interviews for y'all. So oh, thank you, Cole. I appreciate that, man.
What's going on, Cole?
You won't be disappointed, Marissa. Stay tuned weekly. I appreciate that. Very, very good shout out to Cole, who he's on the wrench mob. So Marissa, you get if you join the Patreon, which is like $6 a month, it's nothing. It's a less cheaper than a cheeseburger, is what Cole says. If you join the Patreon, cheaper than a cheeseburger. Go there, join the Patreon. It's like $6 a month. The third month, you get a Pancakes and Powerslam show T-shirt, and you also get to be a part of the Wrench Mob, which is the admin team on YouTube. So, I call it the Wrench Mob because when you become an admin, you get the wrench next to your name, and they're not the Lynch Mob, but they are the Wrench Mob, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
All right. So right now it looks like okay, so I see Bischoff and Black Bart. It seems like the final two. So Bischoff or Black Bart. Which one? Which one do you think? I mean, which one do y'all have? Bischoff or Black Bart?
They got it. I'm gonna add honorable mention is Black Bart and my man Ice Train. You did the simultaneous.
Oh, that was Ice Train and PN News. That was
P&P News, P&P News and Ice Train with the matches. Love that.
Yeah, I like that. That was a lot of fun. Showing the matches, yeah. Because WWE will ping you if you show their stuff, but if you show some cats wrestling from Japan, from Germany, there's nobody. You can't ping that one. So I'm seeing Raka Khan too. Mo saying Raka Khan.
I'm not gonna let nobody show my creation. Nobody but me. And we got the black chair. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Kill it right there. In the end. There you go. Oh man. Yeah, Cole, you missed our YouTube year. So here's the thing: if people join the Patreon, the next stop is to have it simultaneously on Facebook, 2 Facebook channels, and YouTube. So we need about 5 more patrons to make that happen. To make it live on 3 platforms. Right now, it's live on 2 simultaneous platforms. With the patrons, with the patrons, it'll be live on 3 multiple platforms. So continue to push that. All right, so here we go. 2019 P&P Year End Award for the best interview. So here's the deal. Black Bart is the winner, but the thing is, which Black Bart interview? Because I brought him on like 2 or 3 times. So next we have the worst interview. The worst interview. And yeah, so the worst interview is the next one based on all of your interviews from 2019. All of the okay. So the first Black Bart interview is the winner, is what was Mo saying. Yeah, that did get a lot of hits. I think that was when we were talking about Dark Side of Wrestling, and he was talking about the Von Erichs. So that was huge. They actually got a bunch of YouTube views too. So the worst interview.
You know, I gotta say this, and like I said, you know, I'm good buddies with the guy, but for you, I would have to say Elijah Burke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good one.
And that's my man. I love Burke. Me and him go back, but you know, you told me you was getting a little rushed, if you will.
Yeah,
And
man,
I
if you
finally,
will. I had to bring up I had to call Eddie Kingston like right when the show started, and
Yeah.
he came through, man. Eddie Kingston, big shout out to Eddie Kingston, man. He came through, literally called the dude at like 11:02 or 3 or something like that. Answered the phone. He said, "Yeah, man, I'll hop right on." There's Mike. There's Mike. He's on board. There it is.
What's going on, Mike? While everybody is waiting, everybody's trying to vote the worst. I'm gonna reveal number one from the fuse box. Look at this. Look at that right there. What do you see?
Wow, baseball card.
That baseball. Read that, brother. That's
trading
Monday
card.
Nitro.
Trading card.
NWO Monday Nitro trading cards.
Nice.
97 cents. Now these are fresh. I just opened them.
Wow.
Never before. Got these when they first came out.
Nice. That's pretty dope.
And ironically, the first card. Well, this isn't the one that passed away. You got La Parker.
Yeah, the other La Parker passed away just a
one.
few days ago. Yeah.
Goldberg versus DDP.
Nice.
When the power went out.
And then I go back on the next. I had to show the rest of the next Nitro.
Wow, look at this. Kitty Chaos.
Oh wow.
Psychosis.
Nice.
And my good old buddy, he's been on my show a couple of times. Very hilarious. Glenn, otherwise known as Disco Inferno.
I love it.
I had these cards from they got these in
99? 98.
Yeah, 98, 99.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's dope. All right, so worst interview, guys. Worst interview. Mike, you keep messing around. You keep playing around with my Hardstep Buckeyes, man. What team do you like, Mike? You've been really quiet on your team. Really quiet. Who's your team? Because you know, man, I will roast you.
His team's the 49ers. He's
the 49ers. Okay, who do you like in college?
49ers fan.
Who do you like in college? San Francisco is in California, so do you like USC or UCLA? Or neither. All right, so who's the worst interview? So, all right, so it looks like we got a winner. Who the worst interview was. I thought the interview was actually pretty good because he revealed some interesting things about Raven when he quit WCW. Yeah. I thought the interview, I thought the part that I extrapolated from our conversation because because he no-showed twice was good, but I did get an interview while we were discussing, but as the P&P Nation know, we're live, pal.
Yeah.
Well, this person wasn't. That goes to Sid for the worst interview. All right, so the next one is the most surprising no-show. I think there's only been one. Only been one no-show for the
Mr.
entire
Hughes.
Year. I talked to Mr. Hughes last year. See, he never committed. He said yes, and then like the day of, this is probably like last year.
It was last year.
I think it was like early last year. It was around Mania because I talked to him live at Mania. I talked to him not at Mania, but Mania weekend in an indie show, and he was not a real nice guy. But he didn't, he got no love. There was nobody over there signing his stuff, and I went over there and talked to him, and I'm confrontational in love. I was like, man, you stood me up before, and you were supposed to come on my show. He's like, oh man, really? The typical I'm sorry. And,
yeah, I forgot, brother. That's what you told me.
yeah, man. I got, I don't even, and I was like, all right, man, let's just, I'm a forgiving guy. Let's try it again. But,
But my vote, I know everybody gonna pick Sid, but my vote, us personally, which we will never discuss the full story on air, but good old Buffy Bags.
Yes.
that is not a P&P Nation story.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Good old Buffy Bags.
Yes. Hands down, without a doubt. But yeah, for those who do know, you have merchandise than you have more merchandise than I do. All I have are shirts, 4 belts, and some books. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got some. That's 4 belts is good though. That's good. All right, so Cole says Sid in a landslide. Antoine says Sid. Who was the last older guy you had on the show? You talking about Nick Patrick? Tell the Buff story.
Oh man. Nah.
Oh man, no. If you come to WrestleMania, Mike, or whoever comes to WrestleMania, I might have. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think I might even do this. Evan and I we're doing WrestleMania once again for year number 4 together, and so I think what I'm gonna do, if I have time, because I'm bouncing every time, but if I have time, what I'll do, I'll do this for the P&P Nation. I'll do something like let's get some wings or something like that, some wings and lemonade, and I will tell the Buff story on the table. That's what I would do. If you do that, if you come
table 3,
yeah,
trial table.
Yep. So that's what we'll do. If I get enough demand, and let me know who's going to WrestleMania weekend, or we might do that. We might do that on one of those days. So let me know.
Gotta be a Friday, man.
Yeah. It's got Thursday, it's gonna be crazy because Thursday I got Hall of Fame. Friday I have I'll be doing Impact. I'm not going to SmackDown live. I'll be doing some interviews for Impact. Saturday is NXT, and then Sunday is Mania. But throughout the day, I'll be doing a bunch of stuff at indie events. Yeah,
leave all the other stuff we do.
Yep. All right, so we already have the winner for the person. So the person most surprising no-show, Evan is completely right. Like I said, he's completely right about that. And if you come to WrestleMania weekend, you let me know. We'll make it happen. I will tell the story at a P&P Ask Chris forum. How about that? So if we get enough people, we get enough demand of people who are going to WrestleMania, we'll make an Ask Chris forum. If people on Twitter let me know, tweet at Chris Prolific, let me know if you're going to WrestleMania, and we'll make it happen. Sid, once again, he has 2 awards.
This will be your 4th Mania in a row.
Yep.
This would be my 6th Mania in a row and my 7th overall.
Nice. Awesome.
Mama said 10, brother.
Funniest P&P moments. Funniest P&P moments. This is going to make me think for a little bit. It's going to make me think.
I know it too.
Okay, what you got?
Rocket Cohen.
That's a good one.
When Rocket Cohen cussed 3 times in a row.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Yes, the donkey. Yeah. That's a good one.
What do we say? Something about my donkey?
Yeah. Yes, you kept saying the A word. I kept saying donkey.
And
Kiss my donkey.
Face,
yeah.
And I probably texted you, and I was like, "Oh man."
Yeah, man, that was yeah. Yeah.
That's
That the donkey story was pretty good. For those my buddy Trinisha, she's my friend.
yeah,
She's a character. And the live one, it was a live video. So go back. I'm giving you reference points. Go back to the video. That was my birthday episode, actually. So yeah, she had a live video on my birthday episode, I believe, and she was on vacation at a hotel, at an upscale hotel, and she was just ripping up TNA and Dixie Carter and Kurt Angle. And she showed the waiter, and she was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to wait." And yeah, she went in. She went in. It was very, very, very funny. Mo says, "Yeah, you remember seeing that live, and that interview was hilarious." So, any more for the most funniest P&P moment of 2019.
I got one that was off air. We can tell that the P&P Nation is we was on the phone and you called Flair. Ric Flair, Flair got me. I'm at the bank.
Yes, that was another one. Me calling Ric Flair. Talking on the phone with Ric Flair last year. That was funny. That was funny. That's another story that I will tell in detail at WrestleMania if we do dinner. So I got Buff Bagwell, and I also have talking on the phone with Ric Flair. So yeah, that was very, very interesting stuff. All right, so are we? So we got the winner for the funniest P&P moments.
Yeah. So
the funniest P&P moment of 2019. Mo said, "I just need to drive down there to go to this dinner." I just need to drive down there and go. Yeah, come on, man, come on, Mo, come on, Mo. Rocket Khan's donkey. Congratulations to Rocket Khan for the funniest moments of the year for the P&P language.
He wasn't with me, but I know I got a lot of stories of when I pulled my knife out when I had J.J. Dillon in my truck at the gas station.
Yes. Wow.
New Jersey.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. All right. Funniest special guests.
But
I like this, Mo. I still I like this, Mo. Do it now. I'll do it for you. That was his favorite. That
was good. Like I said, the special guest, man, you I saw a good one. You probably don't remember. It had to be early last year when we had Marty on as a special guest. And Marty was talking about his career. He got a little emotional. I don't know. Was that early 2019? Was that late 18?
Let me find out.
Last time Marty was on.
Let's see. I don't know. He was on 18. It looks like
it was 18. Okay.
Yeah, September 18, November 16, okay. June of 18. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a long time. I didn't know it was that long. Wow.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy. I didn't know it was that long. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, so funniest special guest. What y'all got, guys?
I'm still gonna say special guest P&D's Night Train.
Oh yeah, I loved that.
I say that. And when P&D's got he was getting mad.
Hey, and when Ice Train put me over, man, for my migraine, yeah, that was a lot of fun, and lots of laughing that night when we had both of them on, and I still talk to Train often. Actually, we ended up being pretty cool after that.
I like Ice Train, man.
Yeah. All right.
Undefeated streak. People forget the undefeated streak.
Yeah, man.
Before Goldberg.
Funny and special guests, PN News and Ice Train. I agree. I definitely agree. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With that. Lots of laughing.
To keep a great host in a good mood.
Yes.
I got this thing when it came out brand new, when FYE first came out in 1993.
Nice.
Look at this, guys. Look at this relic.
Woo!
Deadly Venom, the best of thing. This is Look at this. I had to play this tape about 1 million times. Look at Jesse. Look at that. Still in good condition.
Nice.
And it was red. You had this red top. Look at that.
Love it.
Old school Turner Home Entertainment.
I love it.
Not Eichel. What was the Coliseum video?
Yeah, Coliseum home video. Marissa, it says my favorite wrestler. I'm assuming your favorite wrestler is a New Day since your channel was called Pancakes and Powerslams. No, Pancakes and Powerslams actually came way before the New Day gimmick. Let Chris tell that story. This actually, the show came on April of 2012. So the Pancakes and Powerslam show actually started before the New Day did. So, although I do love the New Day, they were one of my favorites in WWE. But yeah, this came actually before him, Marissa. Good, awesome videotape, Evan. All right, so let's zoom through these. Let's see what else we got. So, this is a good one. Best flavor of the week. Best flavor of the week.
Oh, man.
Best flavor of the week.
We've done so many.
Yes, we have. Best flavor of the week.
I tell you a memorable one. I don't know if it's the best. Is when you did the the poll of the one-time WWF champions and
the brackets.
Y'all guys was going back and forth on who should have beat who.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see. Let me just say a few of them. Actually, let's see. I think I have. Let's see. So, Davari. See when that was.
Blog Talk Radio.
So that was Royal Rumble main events. This one was Royal Rumble main events. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to see if I can see just like my synopsis somewhere without having to go through a whole bunch of stuff. I know I'm on Spotify. Maybe I can look it up through Spotify. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all remember.
There's a lot of good ones though. Yeah.
As far as the flavor of the week. So y'all pick these categories. So what is y'all's favorite flavor of the week episode? Flavor of the week episode. All right, here we go. So yeah, the only thing is so I see all of them here on Spotify.
So many. So many.
Okay, so you know what? As you guys do this, I'm going to go through all of the guests for 2019 since I have them all here. So special shout out, and in order actually. So Chad Fortune, the first person who defeated Goldberg. Shawn Davari, Casey Lennox from MLW, Adam Rose, Ken Anderson, Chris Masters, Bobby Fulton, Black Bart, Shawn Stasiak. So I'll play some media calls that I had with interviews, media calls with Matt Taven and Jay Lethal. Stasiak came back. Peter was there for my 7th year anniversary. Ezekiel Jackson, Kenneth Johnson from 205 Live, Lance Archer, PCO, Ricky Steamboat, Shane Taylor, Black Bart.
See.
Yep. Michael Elgin, Allison Kay, the current NWA Women's Champ, Conan, Wild Bill Irwin. Wow, I had Wild Bill Irwin.
Yeah,
I forgot about Wild Bill Irwin. Raka Khan, PCO came back. Nick Patrick, Mike McGurk, the former announcer. Tito Santana. Oh, that's right. I did have Tito on the show. George South, Nick Patrick again, Shawn Stasiak again, Flip Gordon, Raka Khan again, Chris Masters again, Gene Snitsky,
JTG, and
Ice Train, Black Bart again, Mike Knox, PN News, Ice Train, Elijah Burke, and Eddie Kingston, Eric Bischoff, Sid, Black Bart again, Nick Patrick, Sean Hernandez, Bill Dundee, and Doug Basham. That was Sean Hernandez was the last one. It was on Christmas
Eve. And my buddy Sean Hernandez, which me and Sean we've been pretty tight for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Actually took time out on his date with his wife.
He did, and he was actually on the date with Mrs. Hernandez.
Yeah, with Mrs. Hernandez. So yes, I always loved Sean. Sean's always been a great guy. Yeah. Nicest guy too, man. And for him to take time out, with his boo bear to do a quick interview means a lot too.
Yeah, it does, man. It sure does. This was fun. So let me recap. Let me do all of 2018 too. I got all of 2018. So special shout out to 18 too. So here's the 18. First interview was Dave Chris of OVE. Second interview was Bischoff, Ken Anderson, Tyler Rex, Hornswoggle, Brian Cage, who actually signed with the AEW.
Yeah.
Who I spoke to. He snuck that and he will be on the show actually live. Brian Cage in a few weeks. Colt Toombs, Roddy Piper's son, Shane Taylor, Paul Diamond, Eddie Kingston, Kevin Sullivan, Rosa Mendez, Ernest the Cat Miller, Kenny King, Jerry Lynn, A.R. Fox, Chris Masters, Bobby Fulton, Oscar, Flying Fred Curry, Lance Archer, Alex the Pug Porto, Nick Aldis, Booker T, I'll do it for you. Brian Pillman Jr., Marty Elias, Bill Goldberg, Lanny Poffo, Chris Pavone, Ken Resnick, Dave Milliken, Brian Cage, Ethan Page, Jeff Jarrett, Colonel Robert Parker, Davari and Elias, Marty Elias, Mike Knox, Chris Sabin, Eric Bischoff, Vince Russo, bro, JTG, Beer City Bruiser, Hernandez, Garrett Bischoff, Jim Brazil, Johnny Fairplay, Robbie E, who just debuted on NXT last week, Ken Doan, The Patriot, and Rod Price, Black Bart, John Tatum. The last interview was Bill Dundee. Huh. Interesting. I did not know that. So this is the second straight year. Also, so he was the last interview of 2018, and Dundee was the first interview of 2020.
Now, question: you say the Patriot because I know I've interviewed both.
The real one, Del Wilkes.
The real Del Wilkes, not Tom Brady. And I actually, I actually know the story of why I don't know if Del told you the story about the whole Patriot thing.
Yes.
But if
Yes, he did.
Okay, so we do know, yeah.
Yes, he did. Let's see if I got all of 2017. This was actually pretty fun. I think I do. All right, guys. So here we go. 2017. Sheesh. They got all of 16 too. Okay, so let me do all of 16. Okay, I'm gonna do all of 16 and all of 17, guys. This is fun. All right, so all of 16. Daniel Puder, Ricochet, Billy Gunn, Roderick Strong, Mark Lawrence from WCW, Davey Richards, Donovan Dijak, Rikishi, Ken Anderson, JTG, Johnny Gargano, Bill Dundee. He's been on twice. He's been on 3 times. It's pretty cool. Teddy Long, Paul London, Kalen Croft. Oh, I forgot I had him on the show. Pretty dope. Brad Maddox, Eric Escobar, Cedric Alexander, Bushwhacker Luke, Jake Roberts, Adam Rose, Ted DiBiase Jr., Brandy Rhodes, Ariel Davari, Ken Doane, Robbie E., Doug Basham, Sean Maluta, Katie Lee Burchill, NWO Sting, Buff Bagwell, Jim Brunzell, Tom Pritchard, Ken Anderson and Sean Davari together, Anthony Bennett, Richie Steamboat, so Ricky's son, Lance Hoyt, Garrett Bischoff, Marty Elias, Matt Anoa'i, the late Matt Anoa'i. That was one of his last interviews before he passed away. PN News, Abyss, Scott Putski, Selena Vega. She was Thea Trinidad. Al Snow, and then the last one was Ricardo Rodriguez. That was 2016. 2017 was Rob Conway, Bobby Fulton, Shane Douglas, Drew McIntyre, Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, Chelsea Green, Scott Norton, Gary Michael Capetta, Christopher Daniels, Animal, Road Warrior Animal, Pete Gass, John Morrison, Chris Sabin, Anderson and Davari again together, Matt Hughes, UFC star, Nick Ninsmore, Archer again, Lance Archer, Marcus Louis, Simon Dean, Dan Hinkles of 5 Star Wrestling. That's when he offered CM Punk like $1.5 million, something like that. That was funny. Dan Severin, Braxton Sutter, who's now the Blade, right? Adam Page,
the bunny,
the
butcher.
Sanjay Dutt, Cameron, Aaron Andrew, Marty Elias, Keith Lee. That was one of my favorite ones. Billy Gunn, Aldous again, Bill Apter, Marty Elias, DJ Z, Russo Bro again, Alex Wright, Dust Wonderkind.
Good dude though. Still a good guy.
Yeah. Super nice dude. Rocket Khan, JTG, Jack Swagger, Ken Doane, Matt Seidel, former WWE referee Jack Doane, Ardo Cow, PJ Black, Shane Helms, Tom Pritchard, Court Bauer, Greg Gagne, Dave Lagana, Angelina Love, Wes Briscoe, Sawyer Fulton, and He Hate Me, Rob Smart. And the last interview of 2017 was Dave Meltzer. Oh, really interesting.
What's it like to add as a caveat, if you will? You, sir, got to interview. You was the last interview with Drew McIntyre on Tuesday before he surprisingly showed up that Saturday NXT TakeOver.
Yeah, it was one of his last interviews. Yep.
And then you had to do the last year. He didn't interview anybody else.
Nope.
Unless it was WWE. It was you. Yeah, it was you Tuesday, and he didn't interview with anyone else.
Yeah, he went in hush mode.
He went in hush mode.
Yep.
He downloaded at TakeOver.
Yep. All right, so best flavor of the week, guys. What do y'all have? That was fun. That was really fun. It was good for me to kind of go back down memory lane. Because I forgot some of those names. That was pretty cool.
You've been doing your show for 7 going on 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing my show 6 going on 7 years. So if you combine all the guests you've had and I've had, and you and I have had some guests simultaneously, you've had people I haven't, I've had people you haven't. That's an own network in itself.
That's true. I mean, especially within the 8 years, there's definitely some good. Definitely some good retro interviews. I'm gonna listen to a few of those, man. Those I forgot those names. It's pretty cool. All right, so go ahead.
No, I was saying, and the whole thing is too, and I know a few people that do listen to the show, not that don't be on the chat, but listen to it audibly. They ask about a lot of people want to start their own podcast, and people jump in. Oh, it's not so bad. It's easy. Okay. Yeah. Anybody can start, and this is a testament to the hard work Chris has done. You got going on 8 years of a radio show / podcast, and you didn't sustain that constant trend of great stuff.
Yes, sir.
And that's great. That's the point. Anybody can start. You can start anything, wrestling company. But to stay relevant and to stay consistent throughout not just a month, but for 8 years means a lot. I'm going on 7. It's a lot of work that goes into that. So, I had people say, starting your show isn't so bad. Well, I mean, if you've been trained, you've been doing radio. I've been professionally trained in radio even before you started, before podcasting was a thing.
Right. Now it's a dime a dozen.
You and I joke all the time. We're like, "Oh, who got a podcast?"
Evan and I we just throw each other. We just throw links at each other like, "Oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another one.
There we go. There's another one.
Oh, here's another one." All right, so here we go. Let's zoom through this. Best non-title legends tournaments. That's the best for the best non-title legends tournaments. All right, the next one is the best episode. What is your favorite favorite episode of the Pancakes and Powerslam show? Best episode
from last year,
from 2019. Let me look at that list again.
I gotta say, offhand, you getting the Q&A with Bischoff was really big.
Yeah. Yep. That was big. I agree. That was 400 episodes. Yep. I think that's for me. I mean, it's y'all's votes, but for me, that was it, hands down.
Nick Patrick.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Patrick was great.
Yeah. So y'all let me know. That's my favorite, but it's fans' choice though. So
here's something here. Last third thing from the fees box. I every week I'll consistently bring out more.
Nice.
I forgot all about this. The WWF
Eve of Destruction.
And this was the best of what was this? This was like some of the best matches ever. The 98 King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell match, the Last Man Standing, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Shane against X-Pac from WrestleMania 15. There's a lot of stuff. They will never say destruction now, since WWE's kind of full kids.
Destruction.
Look at the Hardys. Look at you. You're talking about some old. Look at this. You got Foley. About 100 pounds lighter. And look at the Hardy Boys. This is like
wow.
They just came from the new bird. I mean,
nice. Nice.
Hopefully he's getting the help he needs. Matt is, doing well. I mean, hey, we might even see Matt in the AEW. You never know.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. All right, so here we go. Eric Bischoff P&P 400 was the best episode, and I agree. Eric Bischoff, P&P 400. All right, let's zoom through this because we only got about 10 minutes. I want to roll through some of these headlines too. I want to do the flavor of the week. All right, so real quick, guys. Most shocking moment of the P&P for P&P 2019. Most shocking moment. I would say when I almost got stood up by Elijah Burke, and then the P&P Nation and along with my messages came through, and all of a sudden we get a call in a queue. And I wouldn't say that's the most shocking. I would say that that's the most the biggest audible moment. Most shocking moments of the P&P.
That's tough. That's a.
What y'all got, guys?
Like I said, I mean, people getting emotional. I mean, Ned Patrick talking about his son. And like I said, I have a family member and I work with a close friend who has autism. For Ned Patrick to talk about that was pretty surprising. Anytime you get any emotion from anybody.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I'm trying to think. Shocking moment, guys. You gotta. Yeah, y'all gotta help us out. Shocking moment.
Yeah.
I know what. I got one. I think everybody and the the creation of Plan B.
That's a good one.
You remember, Chris? We did an episode, Blog Talk, or what was we were using? Cap Messing Up.
Yeah.
And we went to Plan B.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that was a frustrating day.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating day. Yeah. And that Steamboat interview, that first Steamboat interview was so real choppy. We went to Plan B because it was so bad. That's a good one. I would say, I would even say, personally, I would say when Black Bart was shooting on the Von Erichs, and what he was talking about with Kevin Von Erich, that was huge. Yeah. I didn't even know. I mean, I knew about the Kevin Von Erich moment. I mean, I knew that Kevin went out to the truck and stuff like that, but what he shared was huge. Yeah, that story. I definitely think that's the most shocking moment. Looks like the P&P Nation agrees. Yeah, shocking moment was when Khan talked about Kurt Angle. I knew nothing about that. That was a good one too. When she's talking about Dixie, I think I knew about the Kurt stuff. I didn't know about the Dixie stuff. The Dixie stuff was that was deep. That was deep.
But you know what? She was going in. It was only it was like 3 guys. She said she would never talk back. She said Sting. It was like Tommy Dream. It was like 3 other wrestlers.
Yeah,
it was like
she put
say about them.
Yeah, she put Sting over.
Like, they were safe. It was Sting and a few other people. Yep. Everybody else, they got their head shit.
Yeah, people like Marissa, the new people, the new P&P Nation members, go to just type in Pancakes and Powerslams. It'll pull up on Google Play, or you can subscribe to Spotify too if you want to listen to archive audio ones. That's what I just looked at. All that big list was on Spotify, so you can look at any of that stuff and listen to the interviews. You'll hear that, Marissa. You'll hear the information about from Raka Khan. All right, so here we go. Black Bart, Kevin Von Erich, Black Bart, Kevin Von Erich.
Don't forget. See, one of the funniest. She was doing an interview. And the waitress tracked it down for the bill.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was funny. Yeah, that was my birthday.
Like, hold on, I'm doing the interview.
Yeah, she's like, hold on. All right, most likely not to be asked back. We got 3 more. 2 more, actually. We got 1 more after this. Most likely to not be asked back.
Black Bart, Sid.
I'll definitely bring Black Bart back.
No, I didn't mean Black Bart. I mean Sid and what I'm thinking about. Sid, Elijah Burke, Mr. Hughes, Buff Bagwell.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Under sober circumstances, it was not Cohen.
All right, it looks like people have their opinion. 3 awards for Sid. Oh man, he's got 3 awards.
President Jack Tunney.
All right, my last one was the fan favorite guest. What was you guys' favorite guest? Fan favorite guest. The last of the P&P Year Awards. We only got a few minutes left too, but I do have a new type of transition that I want to see as far as our headline. So I want to see if that works for you guys, and let me know if you guys see it too. So we'll be doing this with the headlines from now on. Would I ever interview one of the McMahons? Marissa's asking. Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt.
Besides Black Bart,
my personal favorite is Eric Bischoff, but I definitely Imperium versus UE. No, see, I wouldn't do that, Cole, because both of them are heels. I just, you know how I am about facing the heels, man. You got to build characters. Wrestlers can't wrestle for themselves, man. That's not old school wrestling. There's faces and heels for a reason.
Yeah, one example of that. Go back and watch Rude against Flair. Was it Bash at the Beach or something?
Mm-hmm.
Beach Blast or
one of them, yeah.
Because Flair got shit. Rude was always best as a heel.
Yeah.
Flair was kind of a face, but he wasn't. So.
Yep.
Yeah, good match. It just was weird because the crowd didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Good point, Cole. Good point, Cole. We'll be doing P&P Hall of Fame come WrestleMania weekend, and you guys are the ballot makers for the P&P Hall of Fame. So we're going to do 4 guests. We're going to do 4 entrants into the P&P Hall of Fame right before Mania. So we'll be doing that. If I had my guess, I would throw Christopher Daniels in the ballot. I would throw Lance Archer in the ballot, Marty Elias, JTG, Shawn Navarro, Ken Anderson. All of them have been on my show a bunch of times.
First ever
Black
guest.
Bart, of course. My first ever guest was Onyx. He was an independent wrestler. I think my second was Elijah Burke, actually. I think he came on the 50th episode way back in like 2013 or something like that. And then Crimson was one of my first guests too. So yeah. All right. So Black Bart is the favorite guest for the P&P Nation, guys. So Black Bart wins multiple awards, and Sid does too. Good job, guys. That was fun. All right, so let's see if this works. So we'll jump into the headline. So without further ado, Hulk Hogan, nice. All right, so we really only got like a couple minutes left, so let's just really do a really fast. Let's see if this works. All right, here are the headlines. Here we go.
Music was faint. A lot of music.
So I liked it. I liked it a lot. So let's do this. We got to take this off, and we got to take that off, and let's try it again. Here we go. Headlines. Here we go. Yeah. I love it. What y'all think, guys? Did y'all like that? Did you like that headline transition I created? Let me know. Antoine likes it. Wow, this is CNN. We're the new CNN. So yeah, that's my headlines. Oh yeah. So NWO's a headliner, and then Cole yawned at that. NWO being the headliner. Antoine liked it. So that was the headlines, guys. That was my transition going into the headlines for the show. So what do you think, Evan?
I liked it. I did. I enjoyed it.
That's dope. Cool. So we'll be doing that for now on with the headlines. There you go. There you go, Bo. Cole liked it too. So yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, when y'all give to the P&P Nation, all types of stuff happens. All types of stuff happens, man. Like awesome headline transitions, and ability to do headlines. There you go, guys. Yep. There we go.
Like
Cool. All right, y'all. So just really quick stuff. Kevin and Owens and Asuka rumored to possibly go to NXT for the Superstar Shakeup. I think this is actually a pretty interesting thing. I think I like it actually a lot. I think Kevin Owens to NXT is a good move. Asuka to NXT is good too. I like that too. So I think if those two, if that is true, I definitely think. Although, yeah, I like Asuka, man. I just like Asuka as a babyface, but I wish I wish that they would really plug her. I want to see Asuka and Ronda Rousey, man. Like I really want to see that. But Asuka is a babyface, so. But I think if those two names are the ones that are being considered, I'm for it. I'm for it.
They need a name. You know, with Baszler going to be called up, you got to have a new name for Ripley to feud with. So Asuka, bring her there. You can't even really say down to NXT anymore because they technically, by canon, WWE and Triple H has put NXT on the same level with Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
So basically the same level. Owens would be great. Owens he's like a Jericho or Roman Reigns. He's one of the people where he could be main event, he could start the card off, he could be in the middle. He's a great utility player like Ziggler. You know, some people they can match with any.
Yep.
So I think it's great.
All right, Matt Hardy heading out of WWE. His contract is supposed to be over in March, reportedly. I mean, AEW, perhaps, but I definitely think if he goes to AEW, he'll be much better as a tag team with Jeff. So Matt Hardy's a singles guy in AEW. I don't think we'll cut it.
Yeah, I feel like, like that. Go to AEW or RH.
Now, a singles and ROH, I think would work. Definitely.
Yeah, with Marty being having a book now at RH, I mean, Hardy could be singles. It'll be a big jump for RH for his names. If
100%.
not, then he could AEW. He can help out in the back. I mean, AEW has so many people in the back anyway.
They do.
Or NWA, like Mike Ron said.
Yeah.
Too. So he has some choices.
Velveteen Dream return status has a back injury. It looks like it's going to be longer than expected. I think this is sad too because it's one of those things that if you're gone for long enough, they want to see you back. But if you're gone for too long, you're kind of like, what is it? Out of sight, out of mind. And I think we're kind of at the out of sight, out of mind stage with Dream a little bit. I'm a big Dream fan, but I think we're at the out of sight, out of mind phase for Velveteen Dream.
Because you got to think too. as hot as Velveteen was, and this is with, especially with WWE, and this goes for any, especially any wrestling organization, you be so hot and your demand is so strong, and just like that, you forget about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Velveteen, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shoot, and I can back this up.
Mm-hmm.
You know I can. Mike Ryan knows I can. GHP, Lexi knows I can, because I talked to him outside the show. Velveteen Dream is great and a great character. Patrick, on the other hand, is a snub. So Velveteen Dream WWE needs, but unfortunately with the back issues and just like that, you don't forgot. Not say you forgot about him, but it's like, oh, dang, he is going.
Yeah.
It was.
Yep.
Just like remember when Moxley got hurt with WWE before he came back and left.
Yeah.
It was Ambrose, what he going to do? And just like that, in a matter of 3, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Triple H, the end all be all. Remember? Well, that time was different, but it was so many big players. Austin, it happened. So
yeah.
I wish him the best. I think that's a great character, but I just pray for the love of Velveteen Dream and good old Patty Patrick. I use that name as a joke, not against him. I call Pat Mahomes that too. He needs to stay in NXT. He cannot.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
If he comes to the main roster, his career will.
Yep,
go
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to roll. Real quick, flavor of the week. What do y'all want the flavor of the week to be next week? We got to roll now, but what we'll do is we'll just come up with ideas of the flavor of the week. Since we had the P&P Awards, we kind of did the flavor of the week first. Flavor of the week was the P&P Awards combination. So what do y'all want the flavor of the week to be next week? So like I said, it's going to be much more user friendly this year. I'm going to have a lot more headlines from the P&P Nation, flavor of the week topics from the P&P Nation. So you guys let me know. Royal Rumble predictions. I think we already talked about that. Best Intercontinental Mania match of all time. I like that one. Any other suggestions? Actually, we'll do that. We'll do that since that was the first one that went up. Royal Rumble predictions. I think we talked about that last week or week before.
I didn't.
But we always do predictions without further week, anyways. We always do that. We always do predictions right before the So we're going to be doing predictions anyways, Mo, because we do predictions before the show, before the actual show.
I know we do this every year as a joke. The worst rumbles.
The worst rumbles.
There was some horrible rumbles. And there's the GOAT of the worst rumbles, and you know what it is, Featherstone.
Do I know that?
What is considered the worst rumble? And I don't count Del Rio 41. The one he won when it was 40.
That one was
was it the 95 one?
Oh, that was with
Hero Matsuda was in it.
Yeah, 95. That was Michaels' first year winning.
Yeah. Half of the rumble was like talent from other shows or enhancement. The 88 or 89 was bad too. That was a
88 was Duggan, 90, 89 was Stud. Yeah. All right, guys. It has been a pleasure. Look, listen. Go to support my boy Marty Elias. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Marty Elias MM. Follow him on IG at Marty Elias 1. And also be sure to go to the Patreon page. All right. Patreon.com/Pancakes and Powerslams. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let the people know about the how much fun you had on the Pancakes and Powerslams show. And be sure to subscribe to the Crave Wrestling YouTube page. We'll have that wrench mob coming back up with the Patreon givers, so we can go on 3 platforms. We're currently on 2, so that is the next project for the Patreons, the P&P Patreons. P&P patrons. So again, please go to patreon.com/pancakes and Powerslams. Been a pleasure, guys. I had a really fun show today. It's been super fun, guys. I really appreciate it. So enjoy. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. Always remember. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, and Mo, for putting that on for me. See you next week, Cole and Marissa. Welcome. She'll be back. Thanks a lot, Marissa. Appreciate you coming through today, and appreciate anybody else new. We it's a family here in the P&P Nation. We show you love, so jump on and be a part of the P&P Nation, guys. So until your week of wrestling, till next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless, and always remember,
Yes,
I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
goodbye.